Hi Leos, welcome to Agnya 8, and let's tune in and check what are the messages for you for the month of April. Now this is a general read, so pick what resonates with you, and I also don't believe in any coincidence and any accidents. So if you've landed on this channel by mistake or if you're a regular viewer, either ways there ought to be a message for you. Well, that's a different thing, that there could be 10%, 1%, 100%, whatever the resonance could be like, but surely there should be a message for you. Otherwise, you would not be here watching this, because there are no accidents, as I said. So let's see. Yeah, so we have a full moon in Sagittarius, and it says look at the bigger picture. Now Sagittarius is always the sign about the higher truth, higher self, and it's about seeing things for the different perspective or a higher perspective. And that's what you're guided to do at this point in time, Leos. You're guided to look at the picture from a different perspective, and that different perspective is a higher perspective. So you need to look at the bigger picture. At times when we look at the situation and a kind of event or something which is happening in our life, when we kind of into it and we don't feel any good in it, or we can't get the true essence of it if we look at it as is. But when we rise above, when we look at the bigger picture, it all starts to make sense, and that's what your guidance is at this point in time. So let's see what the further messages which we are getting. I'm picking up the angel answers now, and there could be something which could be a different thread or something to talk about the same message to enhance or add more to that. So let's see what that is. Communicate clearly. Okay. Now, here, when I look at this, let me just kind of zoom in this card to you, and so that you can also look at it. And I'm just kind of getting the messages which I'm getting. Now, there are two dolphins, and there is this big globe or this big crystal ball, which is emanating light, and there is light all around this card. Now, when you talk about the communication looks very in the normal mundane way of understanding it. It's just that what we speak. But the message which my guides are kind of putting my attention specifically because of these dolphins, it's also through your thoughts and what your emotions are, wherein you also emit energy. And that energy is what communicating with the universe. And that's the language which universe understands. So you need to communicate clearly to the universe as to what you want and which direction you want to be. There are times when we are stuck in a situation, when we start vibing low, or if something is not working, we just kind of start vibing low. And that's what we start to communicate. And there are several times when we want something else, but we start projecting the lack of it, and that is also the mixed communication. Universe can't get it. You want it, but then your focus is on the lack of it. So be very clear in your communication. That is on the higher self, but that also would mean as to your people, your people around, as we communicate as humans with each other. So communicate clearly is something which will give you benefits as far as this month is concerned. Now let's see what the messages which we are getting from heart and soul, and also what my guides are just kind of telling me that you probably will be called to communicate to people. It could be group of people wherein you will have to show them a bigger picture, is the other message which I just picked up from this. Now, risking failure. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That, that we want, you may be telling the universe, trying to set the intention that you want to rise high, you want to reach the heights, but somewhere deep within you are projecting the energy of failure. That what if I fail? What if you kind of being mixing up with things. So universe is not getting a clear message from you. So if you want success, just focus on success, just think success, just talk success. There is no room to talk failure. to talk that you're, and you have to risk to kind of take that leap of faith. You have to move along if you want to rise high, if you want to achieve something greater, something bigger, something different, then you will have to take the different route. You will have to take the different notions. So that is what I'm picking up. Let's see what the further messages which we get from Tarot. Let's see what are we getting for you, my dear Leo. For now, let's see what is that which you're getting. Yeah, so something is ending, something is shifting, something is coming to closure. That difficult time, that difficult cycle is transforming, because we have death here, which is talking about that transformation. Something needs to end for the new thing to begin, and that shift is happening for you. And that shift is beautiful, because we have the World, we have the two major arcanas we have, which is suggesting that this is a beautiful shift. You need to, it may feel not so comforting, because when the shift happens, when the change happens, when we're kind of going through that dark tunnel before we see the light at the end of it, it can be disturbing. It could be annoying. It could be because we don't see the light at that point in time, because it's a transit phase, right? And that's when looking at the bigger picture helps. That, yeah, it is the end of this difficult cycle. This is the end of that period, and I need to allow it to shift, and I need to allow it to change, even if that may not be comfortable for me, even if that may take me to a different it kind of shakes my comfort zones or my comfort levels, but you need to allow that to happen. And then this World is suggesting for sure that things are shifting for you, things are looking good, because there is a cycle which is ending, and these are all suggesting the same. Look at the bigger picture, that this change is for you, is good for you, but when we are in it, at times we can't see it clearly, and that's when look at the bigger picture, communicate clearly, and move along. Okay, I have to, this is the only deck wherein I read reversals, and because my guides told me to do so, and this one has come, I take it clockwise, so it becomes reverse, which is 5 of Cups energy, which is some amount of loss, and this also goes reverse. That is like the King of Wands. Now let's see what is the third card which we've got for you, my dear Leo. This is pretty much your energy I'm sensing. The King, that's a fire energy. This could be your energy as well, because but that has come in reverse. So you are kind of and that's why probably this has also come reverse. So I'm sorry. Now here we've got 5 of Cups. As you can see, there is this spillage which has happened, and you can't be constantly looking at it. There are 2 cups behind you, looking at it. You're constantly being focused on what has been lost and what is gone, but you're not focused on what is left and what your blessings are. And that's the clear sign of that communication being mixed up. And this card has come reversed for you. That means you need to reverse this feeling. You need to reverse this feeling. If you don't, then the 2 cups which are standing full at the back and which you're not noticing will also run it over. But there is something shifting for you, remember that. So you need to allow it to shift. You can't hold on and keep looking at the pain. You felt the pain, you missed whatever has happened in the life, but you need to allow it to shift. Now, as you can see, this is the confident King of Wands. This is your energy, and here you're looking as if you're kind of shrouded with a lot of these Wands energy, and this also has gone reversed. Now here, this is your energy screaming out, shouting out that I need to be who I am by being embracing my essence of a Leo. Leo is a leader, and this is a leader. This is a card of a leader. Leo is a leader, but then there are some doubts. There is this change which is so uncomfortable for you, and because it will only be uncomfortable if you don't look at the bigger picture. The moment you start doing that, the moment you start to communicate clearly, find the cycle is ending, find the pain I'm feeling because the sword has been pierced in my head, but I'm shifting here for good. There is abundance lining up for me. There is shift and a change lining up for me. And if you see this card as well, it is also the card wherein you probably are thinking of giving up. And here we have, if you see, you're standing up, you don't know what you're protecting. But if you see the bigger picture, you will say there is a purpose wherein you've been put in onto this cycle, wherein you've been put in on this task for it to complete. You may feel like giving up and you are at the verge of giving up, but then you need to see that, is it worth to give up what you are giving up, or it's worth holding on or to persevere. So see that, because there is this world, it has come with the world, and you need to allow it to reach 10, because that's when the shift starts to happen. And if you give up now, you will not allow the completion to happen. So completion is important, right? So now let's see what the further messages which we are getting for my dear Leo. Let's see what this card is. Yeah, so you are juggling, my dear Leo. There is definitely the sense of juggle. There is definitely the sense of juggle which you are kind of moving along. The video got stopped, so I have to restart that. I just will kind of see the tower, the death and a tower. This is a great transformational time for you, my dear Leo. You are feeling the heat of it, is what I'm sensing, but you need to wait. You need to wait patiently. You know, you can't really undo this. If the if the tower has caught the fire, this is not the time to douse it. It's time to jump off the building. If it is based on weaker ground, it anyways can't sustain. This change is for good. Allow it. There could be some belief systems which are shifting so that you can get into your power. And all you need to do is hold on and see that you are kind of allowing things, your wisdom, to get you the messages which you need to gain, and your ships will be arriving. If you can see, there are these ships which are arriving in the background. If you kind of see there is a message which you are sending to them, that hey, you know, there is this communication happening, and there is this message of communication which comes forth again, that whatever you need to communicate now, you need to communicate clearly. At times when the shift happens, we struggle. It's very natural. We are humans after all, that we struggle to kind of communicate things up. But you need to realize, my dear Leo, you are a leader. You are a leader. That's what your true essence is. And that's what you are. You don't wait for the crowd to come in. You kind of lead the pack. And here in this situation, you just need to kind of still hold on to that leader aspect of you. Let's see what the messages are for you. I've got one from Archangel Michael, two just fell on my lap. Okay, let me see what those messages are. Yeah, see, it says honor and trust your feelings. So you need to honor and trust your feeling, that whatever it is, and that is when you see that higher perspective will bring into the thing. And you also need to see that divine is never losing any love on you. Divine is always keeping you in focus. Divine loves you, because that's what divine knows. Divine doesn't know how to punish. Divine doesn't know how to hate. Divine just loves. And you need to also understand the love which is around you, right? And that is what you should be doing. Honor that feeling, that kind of that essence of love which shall sail you through in this difficult time. And let's see, I'll just get, okay, this one. Innocence. That's so beautiful. In spite of anything happens, hold on to that innocence, my dear Leo. You don't have to, even if the world looks tough, there are times when the shift happens, you kind of don't understand why is what, and you just don't need to lose your innocence. You just be honest as you are. You be honest in your dealings. You be truthful in your in the way you operate and the way you do things, and things will start to look up for you because things are shifting. You're just in the transit. There is light at the end of the tunnel because the messages is what you are already sending. You just need to see that you're communicating clearly. Now with that note, I will just pick one guidance message for you, Leo, with this heavy shifting energy. Let's see what guidance divine wants to give, the angels wants to give you, because there is this heavy shifting energy which is coming forth to you. So you are juggling there. I can surely sense that, but it's progressing 2 to 3, which is a good thing. Yeah. Opportunity. Brilliant, brilliant. See, the shift is bringing you opportunities. The shift will bring you more. We are I don't know what's wrong. I need to communicate clearly. Maybe because I'm Leo rising. Okay. We are all presented with opportunities and are expected to flow with the currents that come our way. Drawing this angel card suggests that something is now being made available to you, and it is up to you to use it to your greatest advantage. Be alert, be aware, and be prepared. You can, of course, make your own opportunities. If you knock on enough doors, one will inevitably be open to you. So, you are also reminded to persevere, and that's what I was picking up here. Don't give up, but persevere. You're also reminded to persevere, for it may be that a door which was previously locked has now been opened a crack. Quieten your mind and ask the angels to help you. I'm ready for all opportunities. That's the affirmation you should be using, like day in and day out. It'll shift you, take you out swiftly out of this. So use that affirmation as much as you can, my dear Leos, and make the best of this change. Be aligned, and this is it for now. I will see you guys soon, and thank you so much for all the support you extend to the channel, and for all the subscribers, all the viewers. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and the like button if you like what I do. And if you want a private personal reading to understand what this is for you, then specifically for you, then you can write to agnya8@gmail.com and we can do a personal reading for you. So, and we can pick it up from here. So thank you so much once again. I'll see you guys soon. Spread love, take care, and be happy.